The first lines of defense provided by the non-specific immune system are the skin and mucous membrane. The skin is the most visible barrier, covers the majority of surface in contact with the environment. The skin is often considered the first line of defense against invading microorganisms. Intact skin, devoid of abrasions and punctures, constitute a formidable barrier against bacterial infection. The protective characteristics of the skin are given by the epidermal tissue on its surface, by sebaceous glands, which secrete an oily substance called sebum, and by sudoriferous glands that secrete sweat. The protective physical characteristics of the skin are given in part by the epidermis. The epidermis is made of a stratified squamous epithelial tissue. This is an avascular layer of cells which prevent access to the vascular tissue below. This thick layer of cells have a high content of a protein called keratin. Keratin makes the skin dry and inhospitable to potential microorganisms. The top layer of the epidermis is made of dead cells which are constantly shedding, in the process removing microorganisms. Normal flora covers the surface of the skin. This normal flora provides competition for nutrients and space against potential pathogens. The protective chemical characteristics of the skin are given by sebaceous glands which secrete a fatty acid in sebum. The acidity of this substance deters bacterial growth. Sweat glands secrete sweat, a substance that contains a high concentration of salt that is not tolerated by most microorganisms. Sweat also contains antibacterial substances like lysozymes and antibodies. Mucous membranes line the digestive, respiratory, and genitourinary tract, and also provide a protective barrier against infection. The respiratory tract is considered the #1 portal of entry of microorganisms, and thus it will need an extra layer of protection from potential invaders. The chemical immune component of barriers are provided by substances like lysozymes. Lysozymes are enzymes that destroy peptidoglycan. Gram-positive bacteria with their peptidoglycan cell wall are more susceptible to lysozymes than gram-negative, which have a lipopolysaccharide cell wall and a thin peptidoglycan. Peroxidases are enzymes that create oxygen radicals. Catalase-negative bacteria are more susceptible to peroxidases because they do not produce catalases which protect bacteria from oxygen radicals. The Streptococcus is one genus of bacteria which is catalase negative and thus susceptible to peroxidases. Lactoferrins are substances that trap iron, making it unavailable to potential pathogens. Bactericidins are secreted by the normal flora of the mucous membrane. These substances, secreted by bacteria, kill their competition. The respiratory tract is the #1 portal of entry of microorganisms. The ciliated pseudostratified epithelium that lines the respiratory tract provides a physical protection from invading microorganisms. The celiac sweets and traps microorganisms and moves them away from the body. Mucus, found in most mucous membranes, also trap microorganisms and prevent their entrance into deeper areas of the body. You should now be able to list the chemical and physical characteristics of barriers which provide protection against invasive microorganisms.